You know, almost 27 years ago, I was lost. I was in a world of darkness. I was in a lot of pain. I was a derelict on 138th Street, 139th Street, St. Anne's. Even though I had a family, a wife and a child, I was wandering in active addiction through the streets of the South Bronx, lost, almost like a zombie, like a dead soul, you know, not able to feel joy and just dreading the next day where I had to get up and get the next one by any means possible. And I remember meeting Joyce before there was a St. Anne's corner of harm reduction, like Lorette said, when she was giving out bleach kits, clean works, condoms, information from the trunk of her car. And I met her, and from the very first time I saw her, it was like, I used to call her the angel of the South Bronx. That's what I used to call her, because we connected, and even though I was in the condition that I was in, she embraced me. She did not judge me. She welcomed me. She offered me a job. She appreciated my skill and my talent. She hired me as a writer and editor of her newsletter, and she never scolded me, even though I had to bounce back and forth to do what I had to do to come back to be able to sit still for any length of time. She just told me one thing: try your best to be responsible, because we have deadlines and we have to get this out. But aside from that, she met me where I was at. She welcomed me. Unfortunately, my illness progressed, as it does. And, but that was the start of my journey, because through St. Anne's corner of harm reduction and all the help that she was giving folks and all the stuff we did to help folks, and how she built up 312, 314 Cypress, if I remember correctly. All the help that she afforded so many people, including myself. Through working there, she was able to send me to rehab and to detox. And people say detox, and I wonder if people really understand what that means. That means a psych ward, and getting locked in a psych ward, and then having to go through the tortures of withdrawal and the horrors of addiction. And I went through that. And something clicked while I was there. I heard a message, and it resounded in me, because I was already 45 years old. I couldn't go out there anymore with those kids that were running the neighborhoods, hurting people, you know, and doing all kinds of stuff. You know, it was horrible. And Joyce told me once, and I don't even think she even remembers, and I brought it up to her once. She told me, you know, you got two jobs. You're here working with us, but you're also out there working with those kids. So she said, you either got to decide, either you work with us and do good, or work with them and do better, because they're going to kill you out there. And that sank in, and I kept that to my heart. And in that psych ward, I was able to really look at myself and say, you know what? There has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. And that was almost 23 years ago, when they locked the door in that psych ward, and I had to stay there for God knows how long. And then I chose to go further and pursue my recovery. She did not blame me. She understood. I left St. Anne's Corner, and we had a really, really popular newsletter going. It was being read all over the world. And I know she, you know, we felt, wow, I felt bad leaving, but if I would have stayed, things could have been a whole lot different. So in closing, and not having to take up too much time, she had my heart, and she knew that I was making a decision, you know, to try to stay alive. And she never blamed me for that. And I love her dearly, got nothing but love and respect for you, Joycey. And 23 years ago, I was in that psych ward, and today, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and this is the key to the psych ward. This is the key. This is the key where I go and open the psych ward and go help other people who are sick and suffering. I got nothing but love for you, Joyce. Know that too, okay?